Hey friends, welcome. April 4th, 2025. What if he walked through our cities today? Not as a religious figure on a distant throne, but as a present and compassionate man in today's world. A man who smells the air of your city, who knows the struggle of your neighbors, who sits down to share a meal with the lonely, and who gently calls out to the lost, not to condemn, but to redeem. Welcome to a day in the life of Jesus, our daily journey through 2025, walking beside the Son of God as he travels from city to city, person to person, doing what he's always done, loving without limit, speaking truth, healing hearts, and igniting hope. Today, Jesus walks the streets of Hialeah, Florida, a city known for its deep Cuban roots, colorful murals, resilient working-class families, and faith. Faith that's woven through every cafe and corner store. But Hialeah also holds pain, broken homes, silent addiction, unseen anxiety, and wearied souls. Let's see what Jesus does in this city today. Join me. Let's walk with Jesus. The sun is still waking. Amelia Earhart Park is quiet, the only sounds being chirping birds and the distant hum of 103rd Street traffic. Jesus walks past the petting zoo and heads to the back of the park near the large central lake. He stops beneath a ceiba tree, its roots knotted like ancient hands gripping the earth. He kneels in the dirt, eyes closed. Abba, this city is yours. These people, each one seen, each one known. Let every word I speak today be from your mouth. Let the anxious find peace. Let the overlooked feel seen. Let this day be holy ground. He opens his eyes, stands slowly, and begins to walk the trail as joggers start to appear. He nods at a woman with AirPods in, who, for a moment, slows and wonders why a stranger's gaze feels so healing. He walks to Molina's Ranch restaurant on West 49th Street. Inside, the clatter of forks, the hiss of espresso steam, and conversations in Spanish fill the air. He chooses a small booth near the window. Louisa, the server, approaches with a strained smile. She's worked a double. Her eyes are puffy from crying. He looks at her, eyes soft. You've been praying for your son, Pedro. You think you failed him, but you didn't. You're still the anchor of his soul. She stumbles backward, stunned. How did you know that? I've heard every prayer you've whispered through your tears. He gently places her hand between his. Her breath catches. Hope returns. Just like that. She brings him a coffee, a sandwich, and some fried plantains. But his attention isn't on the food, it's on the people. He sees a businessman reading gambling slips and quietly tells him, "Your worth is not in what you win, but in who you are." The man looks up, alarmed, then softened. Jesus turns to an elderly couple. "Thank you for staying married. You've kept a promise that's blessed your children's children." They both cry softly. By the time he finishes eating, the atmosphere in the restaurant has completely shifted. Conversations hush. Strangers are looking at each other with warmth. Someone whispers, "Who is he?" He simply nods, pays the bill, and walks out, leaving behind a trail of peace. At Palmetto General Hospital, he walks in as a security guard holds the door for him without knowing why. He heads to the front information desk, where a receptionist named Angela greets him robotically, her spirit obviously tired. "You're worried about Gabriella," Jesus says, eyes locking with hers. Her heart stops. "My daughter. She will begin to recover. Your tears reached the Father." She breaks. No longer a receptionist, but a mother who just heard from heaven. He walks calmly to the pediatric oncology unit, past murmuring nurses and skeptical doctors. He walks into room 207, where Marie, a 9-year-old girl, lies pale, tubes taped to her arms. Her mother, hollow-eyed, sits gripping a plastic rosary. Jesus leans down and whispers, "Marie, rise." Her eyes open, her lungs fill. She sits up. The machines beep, doctors rush in. The mother falls to her knees, screaming, "Thank you, my Lord." But Jesus is already walking the hallway, his hand lightly brushing the doors. Some patients experience instant healing. Others feel a sudden flood of peace that replaces terror. The head nurse chases after him. "Who are you?" He turns. "I am." And he walks out into the daylight. In the heart of Leah Arts District, murals explode with color, but so do cries of forgotten youth. Jesus walks up to a group of young men and women graffiti tagging an abandoned wall. Their music blasts loud from a speaker. One is rapping about pain, prison, and betrayal. The others laugh, distracted. Jesus doesn't interrupt. He watches, quietly absorbing the art, the pain behind it, the ache in every spray. One teen, Miguel, turns. "What are you staring at, man?" "I see you. I see your gift, but I also see your hurt." The group stops. Something about him, the calm, the confidence, the kindness, it unnerves them. Miguel challenges, "What do you know about growing up with nothing?" Jesus lifts his shirt just slightly, showing scars on his side. "I've felt the nails of betrayal. I've lived poor, hunted, hated, and still I love." For hours, he sits cross-legged on the pavement, letting them talk, argue, and cry. They ask about identity, heaven, why God lets fathers leave, why addicted brothers steal, and why the church ignores them. He answers with stories, with truth, with love. When he leaves, Miguel walks behind him. No graffiti can compare to what he just saw. As golden light pours over the fountains at Westland Mall, shoppers walk past with Chick-fil-A bags and Macy's bags, AirPods in, heads down. Jesus stands near the parking lot, near the carousel entrance, and simply says, "You're exhausted. You wear the mask well, but inside, you're drowning. I am here. I see. I care. I can carry you." People pause. A woman in her 20s collapses near the fountain in tears. "I don't want to do it anymore," she sobs. He kneels beside her. "You won't have to. Let me help." A man watching from a car pulls over. He had planned to visit a strip club tonight. He stares at Jesus, weeping silently. An influencer live streaming the scene lowers his phone and mutters, This is real." The park is still. Crickets hum. The moon hangs low above Goodlit Park, and Jesus sits alone beneath a pavilion near the baseball fields. He gazes at the stars, fingers laced together. "Father, Hialeah is full of faith and full of fear, but the spark is lit. Thank you for Louisa, for Miguel, for Marie. Let what was planted today grow. Even when they don't see me anymore, let them feel you." He breathes deep, soaking in the stillness, and then, just like that, he stands and walks into the shadows towards the next city. So today, Jesus walked Hialeah's streets, not with lightning, not with trumpets, but with truth, tenderness, and power. He met the forgotten. He interrupted the ordinary. He flipped despair into hope. If he showed up in your city tomorrow, would you even notice? Because he's not done. Tomorrow, Jesus is still walking, and you just might be the one he's walking toward next. Thank you for joining me today. Before you leave, I'd like to say a prayer for the hopes, needs, and intentions you're holding in your heart on this day. Are you ready? I'll lead. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Amen. And if you don't subscribe to this YouTube channel, please do. We would love to have you as a part of our community. We're a faith-based community, and we're trying to grow as large as we can. Having you be a part of our group would be a blessing. Whoa, hold up. Wow, I had a little, you ever have one of those little brain things happen? I was actually thinking about something, and then all of a sudden everything kind of went blank. But I'm okay. Don't worry about me. Hug your family. They love you. And I promise you, I will be back tomorrow with Jesus in another city. Remember, we do post lots of other faith-based content on this channel as well. I can't wait to see you tomorrow, my friends. God bless you. Bye-bye.